Welcome back everyone to more Digimon World, part 50, continuing the optional bosses quest, if you like, mini boss optional bosses. I won't be showing I won't be going out my way to find those like certain trainers to fight and whatnot. I'll mainly just be going for these type of bosses. Considering you do actually get like a reward, you get like different armor and stuff. I have got at this point, we do get the XP share, or the XP adapter is what it's actually called, and we do get the bit adapter. Here's War Groundmon though, BK War Groundmon that is. Again, only in this game, so it's a new one. So I did make a black version of him as well. He, in the past, when I played this when I was a lot younger, he gave me trouble, but I made short work of him. That's for sure. But yeah, we do get the bit adapter from BK King Numamon, and we get the X adapter, XP adapter from the Dark Master, which is in the dark dungeon in the North Sector. Now, I was wrong about the XP sharing thingy. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that it's, it literally just shares XP as if it, the Digimon were in the battle. It actually gives you more experience depending on who's equipping it. The reason why it's called an XP adapter is if you equip it, it tends to give you a boost of experience. So say for example, Numamon in the the jungle, was it the jungle grove, the jungle ruins, or whatever it's called, is 299 in the Amaterasu server. If you equip the XP adapter, it becomes 358. So it's about 60-ish XP. It may vary depending on how much XP you get, but that's roughly how much I got from beating Numamon. It's not noticeable. It's not that noticeable sometimes. I think the less experience you have, obviously it's not that much noticeable. The more experience you get, you tend to notice you get a bigger boost. Like for example, I did a Tamer battle. We were just about to fight King Numamon here as well. This is where he is. There's also Shadramon, which is to do with Legendary Weapons quest, but we're going to ignore him anyway. Unfortunately, my PVR crashed on me, like really just completely crashed. So we're just going to go straight into being King Numamon just after this battle here with Roachmon. I don't know what happened, it just crashed, so I've transitioned it. He's pretty much just where Waramonzimon was in the other server. If you remember here, this is where we had to chase the Numamon, which was Kurt. So, but in here, instead of Monzemon, is BK King Numamon. I made short work of him as well. Normally, he really screws me over, and do you know why? This attack right here. Now, if it hits, he paralyzes you, and you can get frozen. And you can be frozen for up to 3 or 4 turns and do absolutely nothing. It's pretty much paralysis. But I was really lucky, and I just used my most powerful fire attack, and that did him. So I was really chuffed. He's normally really tough. But yeah, the XP adapter is more useful than I thought. So I would recommend getting it. And the bit adapter, well, pretty much just the same thing. More XP adapter for me. Here's where we're about to get the bit adapter here. But I suppose I don't really need bits for like normal items, but I suppose the bit adapter is useful for those chips that we want to get. So yeah, if you ever, I expect at this point most people have played this game anyway. You might not have gotten this far, but if you happen to fight BK King Numamon, I'd recommend using it. And if you fight, the Dark Master later on, or earlier, or before I do, or whatever, I'd definitely recommend using the XP share. I'm sure it'll come in handy when raising the rookie. Fortunately, I did it a long-winded way, thinking it wouldn't be any help, but what can you do? It was tedious, but I managed to finally, eventually get it done. Literally, after we fight these last dungeon peeps, we are going to be doing the legendary weapons quest, finally. Oh, I'm not going to have... It's going to be fun editing that. I've already recorded it. I've basically just got to re-edit it, commentate over it at this point, and then upload it. Mind you, by the time I've uploaded this, I've probably already commented over it, and I've just got to publish it or whatever. Yeah, the video probably is going to be like out of sync and glitchy. It was causing all sorts of problems the day I recorded this. I really don't know why, but I was getting worried that my PVA had died for no like reason, just stopped, just died. I managed to get it to work, but unfortunately it just made the video even worse than the last one with the old out of sync and stuff. Sometimes when you stop and start again, it sort of fixes itself, but you shouldn't have to do that. I'm not really sure why that is. I make sure to not really like go on the internet or do anything when I'm recording. Try not to. Sometimes I've just like looked up something very quickly, which I can understand that, but most of the time I don't, and sometimes it just does it anyway. But what can you do? I might look into it. Just maybe there's a reason for it. I'm not really sure. It might even be like my adapter or something. Because I've got an adapter, so I can plug the right cables in for my TV, because my TV doesn't support it. Because unfortunately, you need a massive blooming like 40-inch TV if you want those ports to be in the back of your TV. Otherwise, you have to buy a converter. It is cheaper to buy a converter, I will say that. But yeah, right now we're going to the Kulon Mines, but obviously in the other server, the Jutsu server, and we're going to return to the Ice Dungeon, Fire Dungeon, and Dark Dungeon. But obviously in the other server, so it's going to be completely different. I think that's a nice touch in a way. It's kind of like the Naga zone where you can explore everywhere as if it was in the other server, but obviously you've got new enemies, new tamers, new bosses. Sometimes the rewards aren't as good, but these are nice little touches. It gives you like real exploration, and for an RPG you expect to have lots in the game, and it really does. These enemies are not too tough. You've got Antilamon here, and I think Mammothmon? Okay, quick edit right there. Got disturbed. Had to order pizza for the family, which is kind of funny. But alright, so yeah, we're heading off to fight I think it was the Ice Queen and the other one. I think it's the Ice Master, Ice Witch or something. I'm not 100% sure. Take a sip of my tea. But yeah, definitely, obviously they're all these harder, but they work the same as the other ones. The only difference is really here is that you get a reward for each of them, and obviously there's no like real world area, and the path to get to the Ice Witch Queen or blah 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 is different. It's not the same as the other one. So if you try going to the same portal thing as you did in the other server, it will just send you back. It's a different pattern, so they do change it up. So I take a few minutes trying to find which one it is, and it's like, I think it's the far right one takes you to it. So they all pretty much act like, oh, you're crazy to come here, it's just no joke, la la la. But let's say at this point we're at a decent enough level where we can just kind of conquer almost anything. I mean, I could probably complete the game right now. I might struggle on the final boss because, final boss. But, for everything else, I'm pretty much there now, Ice Master, okay, yeah. I think they're all called Masters. They're just pretty much recolors, recolor sprites of them all, so. Yeah, the Ice Master and the Fire Master give you chips, and the Dark Master gives you the XP adapter, so yeah. And first one up is Vikemon. I'm going to eventually split the experience points, but for now I'm just going to let's see what Gallantmon can do here. Hold up against the 3 enemies here. I think I do manage to do it. I think I might switch to Guillermo at the last second, or it might be in the Fire Master one. I can't 100% remember. But Voltmon, I don't think nearly as tough as the other ones, because they tend to counter quite a lot. These ones don't seem to counter that much. I don't know why. You expect them to be stronger because this is like a stronger area, but I never really felt they've even countered once, and I've countered at least 4 or 5. Like wild ones and stuff, so I don't know. Ice and Telemon, not too bad really. But I'll say this is, especially if you've got fire attacks, you can wipe the floor, you know, Agumon, wipe the floor with them by far, you know. This one's slightly out of place, slightly. Scorpiomon is, well, you know, it's water though, but obviously, so imagine you send Agumon over, and then you think, oh, it's going to be all ice because of Ice Dungeon. And then Scorpiomon, oh shit, what water type? Might throw you over a loop a little bit, but again, not too bad. I get really lucky with that magical cannon. I swear I get lots of criticals. Because it's strong, but it's not that strong. Like I say, it's just a bit stronger than magic cannon. I know, magic cannon, a magical cannon, you know, it's just like best name ever. But we're done. It's not too bad. You got 700 there, 700 XP, so it's a nice chunk. Not enough to level up though. So this is where the XP adapter obviously would have came in handy, especially now because I'm going to be using it for sure. When I get to my final levels, when I go to fight the final boss. And maybe even for afterwards, because like I said, there are some after stuff to do in 2003, and there are some battles that you can do and stuff, and they're no pushovers, trust me. Pretty much, they're like super tamers after you complete this game. I never got any further, unfortunately, because I didn't do all the quests and stuff, but whenever I fought a tamer, or I dueled a tamer, it was insanely hard. It was really hard. You have to, your levels have to be like at least 70 or 80, and your cards have to be like the best of the best. You need the legendary cards if you want to beat the people after you've done the final boss. I'm telling you, for the extra stuff, you know. I always thought it was a shame that we didn't get Digimon World 2. But, you know, what can you do? Now here, this area, as we remember, stupid area where you just randomly blow up and your Digimon's HP goes to like 1. I still don't know how to avoid that. If anything, it happened a lot more than it did in the last server. I got very annoyed, so I edited that out and just skipped straight to him. Now here's an interesting looking Digimon. I just like the look of it. Is Lynxmon. It just kind of looks like a lion created of fire. I just think that looks really cool. The graphics aren't the best because of PlayStation 1, but I think it still looks pretty good. It kind of reminds me of like maybe Leomon on fire or something. Or Saber Leomon on fire. That's a Digimon we haven't seen, is Saber Leomon actually. Unfortunately. And yes, he has another Lynxmon. I was like, oh, original. I wonder what Digivolution that bloomin' Lynxmon comes from. I swear they're just like so many Digivolutions, but they, you know, there's not enough rookies, so it's just like that one rookie can like, you know, Digivolve into so many different Digimon and stuff, you know. Mind you, like I said, there's a lot of Digimon in this game that are just for this game, that like don't exist in the series and stuff. Or at least I've never seen them in the series. Especially the, you know, the PK Digimon. They weren't all them. That's for sure. See what Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode can do. And I'll soon be eventually getting, I'm not too far off, getting Imperial Digimon Paladin Mode. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. Don't know if I've mentioned that, but that was what I was going for. I might have been like, yeah, I'm going to aim for something, but I won't tell you what it is. But that's what it was, is Imperial Digimon Paladin mode. Now, I thought this was slightly out of place. Creepymon does use a fire attack, but I swear he is a darkness type. I mean, look at him. I swear he's a darkness type. And I think Incard is a darkness type. But I guess because he shoots a fire attack, you know, like just normally, I just thought, I'm just going to use him. But I swear he is a darkness type Digimon. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think so. Alright, one more to go. The Dark Master himself. So yeah, no going back to the real world portal server. It's just literally just go and fight him, and then that's it. And then, you know, you're done, pretty much. At this point, random tidbit I suppose, is a lot of the people you do talk to pretty much know that you're Junior, the almighty trainer that defeated the AOA. Some of the opponents you fight will say things like, "Oh, you really are the best. I know you defeated the AOA. I just couldn't believe it." So they know what he's done and what, you know, what we've achieved or whatever. But they just thought like, yeah, I've still got to go through the procedure of testing. I can't just give you this XP adapter, you know. Granted, I think it'd be kind of boring if they did, you know. I like the fact that you have those optional bosses and, you know. And there is, because most trainers in this server you can't fight. They just don't fight in the server while they're turned back, while everyone's turned back to normal. But if you go into the gym, legendary gym in this server, there are actually a couple of trainers that have been hiding there for a while, and you can actually battle them. They are quite strong, so if you want to battle them, you can. I won't be showing them because they're just tamers, but you know, if you want to go in there, you can even see Magnagimon, who has like the best training in there. He has the hardest training, but you get the best results as well. Here he is, the Dark Master himself. Look at that. Look at that. A Mohican, man. He's rocking. He is rocking. He's like the Dark Lord, man. The Dark Knight. I'll show you who's bad, Michael Jackson. Please don't. And now we're fighting Ghoulmon, one of the oddest Digimon I've ever seen. It's literally eyes. A walking eye. Free eye, actually, I should say. This has got eyes in its hand. Anyway, Giga Crusher, even though it's out of sync. Boom. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Darkness Chaos. Okay, not too bad. Nothing to really worry about at this point. Like I say, it's all good. I think he's the only one. Excuse me. So I've got Piedmon. I think he's the only one who has one Digimon we haven't seen yet. So I won't reveal it. It's coming up. At least I don't think you've seen it yet. We'll be seeing them a lot later on as wild ones, if you like. But I don't think we've come across it yet. Take that, Piedmon! Jokermon! That's pretty much who he is, it's Jokermon. I always kind of like the look of Piedmon though. But, you know. There we go. He's no Machinedramon though. And here we are, it is Infamon. Now, I'm going to say right now, Digimon creeped me out when I was little. Why? Because it looks like a fucking spider. And I hate spiders. Yeah. It creeped me out when I was little. I was like, what the hell is that? It's like a Spidermon. Ugh. Spidermon. I was just like, ugh. And I believe its evolution is actually a bigger spider. Yeah. And it's actually in the movie, in the first Digimon movie, actually. So yeah, Infamon's not bad. I think Infamon is ultimate. creeped me out, and it puts up a little bit of a fight, I will say, out of the 3. Was expecting Chimeramon or something like that though, but no. I think Chimeramon's got to be one of the stupidest Digimon ever. Just combined random parts of Digimon and just say, here you go. Ugh. I think that's one of the silliest Digimon ever. It's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened here? I'm slightly bummed. What you want, I'll give you this. That's right, XP. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, sorry about the tedium. But if you've been watching this, then yeah. But other than that, guys, next time we're going to be doing the legendary weapons. So yeah.